Next Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay, good.
Okay.
Have a wonderful trip.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. I'll miss you. Bye. Hi, Danielle. And
okay, everyone's coming on. Oh, there's Gail today. Hi.
I tried an hour ago and I couldn't figure out what was wrong.
Well, that would be why.
That would work.
Okay.
She's got a little mask on too.
Left, and then we're just waiting on Doreen, so we'll see if she figures it out or not.
oh, Doreen. Okay.
Samantha, Lori, Gail, Carolyn, I think. Let me double check. How did everyone do after last week?
I was sore butt.
Sore butt, okay.
I had a sore back. I think it was my old injury reared its ugly head, and I think it was from trying to do whatever that last exercise was.
Yeah, sorry, we got cut off there, so
Yeah.
we'll try to be better on time management today.
No problem.
All right.
Is that who? Is that Anne? No, who's?
Carolyn is in the bottom.
Oh,
Carolyn. Yes, I had 4 thighs.
Okay, good. Does everyone have their stretching strap available?
Yep.
Okay.
Danielle, I'm on the floor in my office with my little iPad, so tell me if you can't see me.
At least we can see you. That's good. Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
we're doing a hamstring stretch. So place one foot in the strap.
I need to turn my
Taking the leg straight up, hamstring stretch.
Okay.
I love that we're doing this on Tuesdays.
Good.
I
love it too.
I've been looking forward to it all week.
Good. So the goal is to feel it in the back of your thigh. Oh yeah, where's Barbara? She hasn't logged in yet either. Well, it's only been a minute after. We'll keep an eye out.
And Andrew, I wanted to tell you, you've got the best mentor in the world.
Oh, I know.
The best. Numero uno.
Yeah. Don't tell you. She can hear you. Don't tell her.
I'm always telling her. She knows. She knows she's the best.
Let's take the leg away from the body for your inner thigh stretch. Make sure you keep your pelvis down on the floor. Don't rotate. So opposite, Samantha. We're going to go away from your body first. Away. Opposite.
I couldn't figure that out.
So drop your leg out to the side. Get your groin to stretch.
Perfect.
Got it.
Can you hear okay through the masks?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the holiday, our schedule changed. So we had to come to the clinic today.
Oh. Oh, you were closed yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some holiday for me. I hid in the house with 104-degree heat and
I know, and horrible
smoke.
quality.
Bad.
Oh no. Jer?
Yeah.
Could you close the curtain? The guys are out there working.
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay, and let's take your leg across your body. Feeling that from your buttocks down your IT band to your knee.
I don't want them to watch me.
All right. Welcome, Barbara.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And then there was Doreen we're waiting on. We'll see if she figures it out.
Thank you.
Okay, so Barbara, we just got through, we're wrapping up the first leg. So if you want to do a little condensed version of the stretches on your own
Yeah.
pace here.
Thanks.
That's all you missed so far, not too much. Okay, and then last one on that leg, let's go into the figure 4 stretch. Now with the figure 4 stretch, make sure you have equal weight on both of your back bones on the ground. Try not to roll to one side or the other. If you want to increase the stretch, you can try hugging your knee towards your chest or pushing out on your knee if you can't hug your leg towards your chest. And you can try to deepen the stretch a little bit that way. Good. There you go. So Barbara, how did you do after last week?
I did okay. I had a little soreness in my, what do you call it?
Good
my
soreness, like muscle soreness or bad?
Oh, no, not my back, muscle.
Good, okay.
My glute
Good.
on one side was a little sore.
I think everyone forgot about their glutes, so.
Yes, exactly.
It's hard to exercise when you're sitting on your butt.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch sides, switch legs.
Okay.
So start with the hamstring stretch on the other side. Looks like I'm balancing this ball on my head. I look like I'm doing cool tricks. Like enjoying the circus.
I miss being there.
I know. I'm hoping soon, as long as you guys feel safe, because I think some gyms, as soon as we get off this purple list and onto the red, I think we can have 10% capacity. So if we just kind of spread you guys all out through different parts of the gym, I think we
Actually, we go off the red next week.
well they
I
said
mean, we go to red next
today,
week.
but
Yeah.
we didn't. So we'll see how smart Marin was this holiday season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good.
Okay, so let's go away from the body. Make sure we keep the hips glued down to the ground. Don't rotate. You can play with the angle of how high up or down you bring your leg in terms of towards your ankle to get a good groin stretch. Good. You guys are all pretty limber on this one.
Ouch.
And so today I am recording this, so I will email it to everyone who participated. So if you want to watch it again Thursday and go through it again, you'll have the cues and reminders.
Yes.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Okay, slowly bring that leg up and we'll take it across the body. Make sure you keep your pelvis glued down to the ground. We're looking for a stretch from the side of your hip down towards your knee. Stretching your IT band, some of your glutes. Good. Everyone looks pretty anchored down. That looks nice. Gail, is this one still awful for you today?
What?
This one's still really tight for you today?
No, within 2 days, I was fine.
Okay, just had to be reminded to do it again, huh?
Yeah. My body seems to come back to stuff right if I've done it for a while. So
Good.
that's good.
Muscle memory.
Yay. That's the only muscle in my body that works, my butt one.
Okay, so let's go into the figure 4 stretch. This is for your buttocks. If you can't pull your knee towards your chest, you can push out on your knee to deepen the stretch. Okay, so let's put our straps to the side. And let's start with some double leg bridges. I'm just gonna have the clock running. You guys keep your own pace and time, but what I want you to focus on is driving up through your heels, keeping your knees and feet hip width apart. I want you to hold about 3 seconds at the top and come down very slow and controlled. But you guys keep track of your own pace and the timer's running. So just press through the heels, lift up towards the ceiling, pause, and come down with control. You want to make sure the lift is coming from the glutes and not from your low back. Oh, and Samantha's got a ball between her knees to get a little extra inner thigh work. I like that. That's a good cue you can give yourself. Last week, we used the band around your knees to get you to use your glutes a little bit more. Samantha just grabbed a ball to squeeze between her thighs to get the inner thighs working a little more. All good options. So you want to be feeling this in your thut, where your thigh and butt come together. The fun new PT word I learned from a patient.
Say it again.
Thut, T-H-U-T-T, where your thigh and butt meet.
That's a good one.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and go into a crossed leg bridge. So if you're capable of doing a single leg bridge, just cross your leg over. The relaxed leg is not doing any work. Okay, so let's try doing a single leg bridge. Now the goal with this is still to drive through the heel, lift from that same area. Now the hard part is I have to focus on keeping my hips level. If you can't do single leg bridge, just go ahead and do another round of the double leg bridge. Now that we took one of your legs away, you should feel a little less stable. Good. Everyone's getting pretty high still. Nice. And what is also nice with these is you can take time to note how do they feel when we switch sides in a few seconds. If one side feels more stable than the other, if one side feels like it's stronger and has more power than the other. These are all good things to clean up. Okay, switch sides
now.
Yep, go ahead and switch sides now. Crossed leg, really not doing any work. It's just up there for decoration. And if you're pooped, just pause on your own go.
Oh.
Good. Everybody seen the workout in the back? All the work staying in the butt and the thigh? No low back pain? Good. Everyone's pace looks good. Everyone's height looks good. Okay, good. So now that we worked on your glutes with the motion of hip thrusting, now we want to work on the other hip muscles that work on the rotation. So let's do clamshells next. If you have a band nearby, let's put a band on just above your knees.
Green.
Green would work. Green, red, yellow, whatever you got at home. Everyone's probably a little different level here. And let's make sure we get on our sides, get our hips stacked perpendicular. I like to put my top hand on my hip crest so that I can use it as a sensor, right? So keep your hand there to make sure you're not rocking and rolling. Let's keep our feet together. Rotate that top knee up, pause, and down slow. Do not let the rubber band win the descent. You're the boss, you control it. Pause and down slow. And what we should be feeling is like if you had on jeans, where your buttocks pocket would be, is where we really want to focus on feeling the burn. If you're getting it in the front of your hip, you're going to want to probably roll your torso forward a little bit more. And if you're getting it in your inner thigh, make sure you're lowering your leg back down from your top buttocks. You're not pulling your leg down with your inner thigh. Looks like everyone's doing a good job at the pace. Looks like everyone's got about the right amount of resistance here. Great. Okay, so let's stay tied up. Let's roll over to the other side. Make sure you get those hips stacked. Make sure you get those core muscles pulled in taut. Same slow, controlled pace, keeping those feet together. If you're weaker on one side than the other, make your motion a little smaller. Just really focus on the control. Is anyone noticing any differences between their right and their lefts?
Not really.
Oh, everyone's symmetrical and perfect, huh? That's impressive.
Wait till we get to 10 and I'll tell you.
Yeah. I know, since everyone's on a different pace, I think it makes more sense to just do it with the timer here. So I've been going 90 seconds. It should get you guys a good 15 reps or so on each side, going nice and slow, maybe a few more, a few less. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and take that band off. Now everyone's on the floor except Barbara. Barbara, do you feel safe to be on all fours up on your bed, or are you nervous about falling off of it?
I'll see. What do we
Okay.
do?
Is what I want to try today. So last week we worked on dead bug to work on our core. Today I want to work on bird dog. So we're going to go onto all fours. I want my hands right underneath my shoulders, and I want my knees right under my hips. So I don't want to be forward too much or backwards too much. Okay? So just like dead bug, starting from that 90-90 position. The other thing I want to pay attention to is that my head doesn't drop. I want to use my back muscles to hold my head in line or on with my spine. And what we're going to do here is lift opposite arm and leg. So keeping my core tight, I'm going to lift right arm, left leg. Come back down. Left arm, right leg. Don't do same side because you'll fall over. So make sure you do opposites. Okay? So Get that rhythm going, reach out, pause. And I'll get the timer going. Just keep alternating right, left, right, left.
I'm just gonna do the marching thing.
Okay, yeah, exactly. As long as you're working your diagonal core muscles there, we're happy. Anyone having issues with the kneeling? Are we okay?
I got one knee that doesn't like it, but I'm just trying to.
You can try to double up your mat, Gail. Fold your mat a little bit more under your knees if you need to for cushion.
Yeah, I'll see how it does.
Okay.
Liking me.
So you can feel this works your back, your core, your shoulder, your butt. This is a good one. And balance. Everyone's doing pretty stable. No wipeouts yet. This is good. Okay, good. So then I want to come into our hip flexor stretch. So if you feel like you had enough kneeling, we can do it with the chair, right? If you want to make sure hips are pointing straight ahead, feet are pointing straight ahead, and I can lean into it to get a stretch on the front of my hip. If you prefer to do it kneeling, we'll be in this position, same concept though, stretch on the front of the hip. So one leg in front, one leg down, squeezing the buns, you can lunge into it. If kneeling's an issue, one foot up on a chair, a step, a stool, and lean forward into it to get the stretch on the front of the hip. You got it, Barb?
No, remind me. Okay, I see someone doing it. I think I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, so one foot up, you could probably just do one rung up, yep. And then shift your weight forward and squeeze your butt cheek tight. Press your hips forward, and you should get a stretch in the front of your hip.
Kind of like a pelvic tilt, sort of.
You can do a posterior pelvic tilt as well, yes. All good cues.
You probably can't see me, but I had to get off my knees.
That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. Good. Everyone feeling it in the front of the hip?
Yeah.
Yep.
Different position. That was good.
Okay, so then let's take a look at single leg calf raises. So hanging on to something for balance. You're gonna stand on one leg, and we're gonna try to do on your own go 10 calf raises. What I don't want to see is as you go up, your knee buckles. Okay, keep that knee nice and straight. Pause at the top, down slow. So on your own go, 10 on each side. Pause at the top, down slow. If you're unable to do single leg, let's do double leg. And maybe you can get in 15 at the time everyone else does 2 sets of 10, 10 on each side.
Yeah.
A little more control on the descent for some of you. Nice and slow on the way down. No crash landings. Ooh, look at that calf muscle, Lori. I see it firing.
Feels good.
Good. This is a good one. And the higher you can go, the more work we get, right? You want to be able to feel free to hang on for balance
Yeah, I should-
because it's not a balance exercise.
Maybe I should have another chair. I could go higher. Two. Yeah, there.
Okay, and we're done with those. We're gonna do runner stretch. So you can use your chair you have, a wall, a counter, a nice decent stride length here. Trying to stretch now the muscle we just made burn. And then make sure your feet are pointing straight ahead.
Both legs are, no, one leg's straight and one leg's bent.
Right, the back leg is straight, the front leg is gonna be bent because you're gonna shift your weight onto that bent front leg. Exactly, good question. You should be feeling a pull in the muscle that was just burning.
Yep.
Okay, let's go and switch sides.
And for our back leg, we should keep the heel down.
Yeah, keep your heel in contact with the floor, yes. Okay, good. So let's start off with the exercise that we got cut off with last week. So that golfer pickup, okay? So, let me see. More. Okay, so you can definitely hang on to something for balance. I would say hang on to something most likely on the opposite side of your standing leg. So I'm right now standing on my right leg, the chair is to my left. And what we're gonna do is reach towards the floor with the right hand as the left leg goes back up. And I don't have to actually go to the floor, but the goal is that we're gonna feel kind of a stretchy motion in the back of the thigh. And then I'm gonna pull myself back up with my hamstring and my buttocks. And on your own go, let's just try about 5 or 6 on each side, because this is a tough exercise. We just got our 10-minute warning here.
Do we reach for the floor and touch it and bring the leg up?
Yep, and then rise back up. And then switch hands. Just 5 or 6 on each side, don't do too many. It's kind of like the golfer pickup. If you watch the golf tournament this weekend, they tend to hold on to their golf club and reach down into the hole. And you should feel kind of a burning fatigue through your backside after you do 5 or 6 of those on each side. And if you ever have a hip replacement, this is typically how they'll teach you how to pick something up from the floor. You put your operated hip back laid back and you put all your weight on your non-operative hip. If you have a bad back, this tends to work well. Okay, now does everyone have their longer bands available that we can do arm things with? I know last week we were kind of scrambling for stuff.
Yep, I do.
I do.
I have a short band.
Okay.
I think you can see me.
Some extra bands over the next couple of weeks. It'd probably be a good idea. Because what I want to try today is we all had a little bit of a challenge with that heel toe stance last time.
Uh-oh. Back in.
Everybody's adjusting their cameras for this one.
Okay. So what I want to do is stand heel toe, have resistance bands anchored behind me if possible. And what I want to do is an alternating punch. So we'll go right, left, back and forth.
What are we doing?
I'm going to set
What
it
you
back. I want you guys to just nice, steady, right, left. You should have weight in both feet. If you don't have bands, let's just do air punches. Okay? After a minute, I'm going to have you switch feet. Of which foot's in front. Because we all tend to have a better balancing leg. So heel toe. So Gail, you're going to turn around if you can and punch forward with the resistance band.
I didn't hear that.
You're going to punch forward with the band. So you're going
Oh,
to
like this?
from your door. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
heel toe, you're going to stand heel toe, and then you're
Okay.
going to punch. And then
Okay.
Heel toe.
That's right. Whoa.
Then
Man.
turn around because you're going to push away with the band. You're going to punch out. You're pulling back. Turn your body 180 degrees. Put your back to the band.
My back to the band.
You're good. Gail, you're fine.
Oh, I'm doing it right? Oh.
And
I
now
thought you were-
Oh,
out.
Okay.
If you need
okay.
closer to the
I have to get a longer band.
okay. Okay, so let's switch our feet and switch hands if you're doing one arm. If you're alternating, just switch your feet.
Okay.
Done.
Carolina,
Yes.
5 minutes. No, it's no noise.
Are we still in the same arm?
Yeah, well, you should have switched arms because you're only doing one arm. Everyone else is doing two arms.
Oh. Okay.
They're alternating. Okay, good. So last week we did a pulling back or a rowing motion with the heel toe stance. Today we did an alternating pushing motion, okay? So it gives you options of way to do a little bit of posture muscle work, but with your balance. So we have 4 minutes left. The last thing I want to touch on is getting in and out of a chair. And I'm going to angle back this way so the lighting's a little better and I have a chair here. So if we can all have a chair nearby, hopefully, or a couch or something, using our band that we use for the cleanses.
What kind of band? Okay.
What we want to work on is nice and even weight in both ways. Slowly sitting down, not using our hands. Keeping our knees open, hip width. Again, not using my hands. Okay, now I'm going to turn to the side. So you can see, since we're all ladies except Andrew here, I think we all understand that dirty public toilet. So I want to very slowly lower down to that toilet, because I don't actually want to sit on it, but you can because you know it's not dirty. But that same kind of motion. So I really want to put my butt back over the toilet. Come down slow. Rise up. So when we look from the side, I have a little bit of a trunk lean. My butt's back, my knees are bent, my hips are bent. Nice and controlled. When we look from the front, making sure those knees don't fall in. Keep them hip width apart. And you might notice you might have one kind of wobbly knee, and we got to work on that. So move nice and slow, so you can control that wobble on the way up and the way down. And find a height chair that's challenging for you. We don't want it to be too low that you kerplop, but we don't want it to be so easy that you can do it with no problem at all either. Well, and Gail did a chair with wheels, so that's really tough.
I got wedged up against the
Okay,
desk.
so it won't roll away from you.
No.
And Barbara went for the squishy couch challenge. Good job. And obviously you're not going to go through life with this band on around your knees, but it is a good cue to get your brain aware of it. So a couple times a week, you can do a few of these to retrain your brain. That would be great. Any questions on the squats or that golfer pickup?
Nope.
Makes sense?
Yeah, it felt way better today than last week.
Good. It's bringing things back, and there's still muscle groups and exercises I haven't hit on. So I think that beginning chunk, that's the stretches and on the mats, will be very repetitive like it was in the past. And then these last 3 exercises, I'm going to try to rotate through different groups of muscles. So let's make sure we can have a long band available that you can hook on a door handle, a desk leg, a table leg, something that's sturdy. And then the short band for things like this and clamshells and mat, bed, whatever. I think everyone's getting better at figuring out what we need. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good work.
Bye.
Thank
See you
you.
later. It was fun.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Bye.
Okay, bye everyone.